Okay, so picture this. You're at a track meet, everyone's watching the 100-meter sprint like it's the main event, but off to the side there's a guy sprinting down a runway, and then he just starts hopping. Not jumping, hopping. Like he stepped on Lego, and somehow this is a sport. Welcome to the triple jump, or as I like to call it, the event humanity invented to punish one specific muscle group for the sins of the rest of the body. Here's how it works. You sprint at full speed for like 40 meters, and then you have to do a hop, a step, and a jump, all in one continuous motion, all using the same landing leg twice before you're even allowed to use the other one. Think about that. You're moving at basically sprinting speed, and instead of just leaping like a normal human being with self-preservation instincts, your brain says, no wait, let's land on one leg, generate enough force to launch yourself again, land on that same leg a second time, and then finally, let the other leg join the party. It's like your body filing a formal complaint but still showing up to work, and the forces involved are genuinely unhinged. Athletes are absorbing impact forces up to 20 times their body weight on that single hop phase alone. 20 times. That's not a sport. That's a car crash you signed up for voluntarily and then get scored on. Now here's the part that should honestly be studied by scientists. Elite triple jumpers can cover over 18 meters in that sequence. 18 meters. That's not a jump. That's a commute. That's further than most people's studio apartments. And they're doing it off a takeoff board the width of a phone case at the end of a sprint, while their body is already screaming at them from the first hop. If you mistime it by even a centimeter, you either foul the jump or you basically detonate your knee live on television. And somehow athletes keep coming back for more, because apparently pain is just a suggestion in this sport. Let's talk about the guy who broke this thing wide open, Jonathan Edwards, who in 1995 jumped 18.29 meters, and that record has survived longer than most marriages, nearly 3 decades. Think about how much sports science has evolved since then. Better shoes, better tracks, better training, better recovery. And this man's number from the 90s is still sitting at the top, like it personally offended an entire generation of athletes trying to catch up. That's not just a record, that's a flex from beyond the grave of athletics history. And the wildest part is, triple jump doesn't even get the respect it deserves, because everyone's out here worshiping the 100-meter dash like it's the peak of human athleticism, when triple jumpers are out here combining sprinting speed, gymnastic-level body control, and the pain tolerance of someone who stubs their toe and just keeps walking. It's basically 3 events smashed into one, except if you mess up any single phase, the whole thing collapses like a Jenga tower, except the Jenga tower is your ACL. Now let's get into why this might genuinely be the hardest event in the entire sport of athletics. And I'm not just saying that for a dramatic effect though. Obviously I am also saying it for dramatic effect. Sprinters just have to run in a straight line really fast, which is hard, don't get me wrong, but it's one skill executed one way. High jumpers get one explosive vertical moment. Long jumpers get one takeoff, one landing, done, go home. But triple jump demands that you be elite at horizontal speed, elite at vertical explosiveness, and elite at maintaining rhythm and balance through 3 completely different landing mechanics, back to back to back, with 0 recovery time in between. Coaches genuinely describe it as trying to solve a physics equation while your body is on fire, because the technical margin for error is so small that a slightly wrong angle on your hop phase can throw off your entire step and jump distance. And there's no fixing it midair, you're just along for the ride at that point, hoping your knees forgive you later. And here's a fun fact that'll make you wince. Because of the repetitive single leg loading, especially in that hop phase, triple jumpers deal with some of the highest rates of knee and ankle stress injuries in track and field, higher than almost any other jumping event. So essentially, these athletes have collectively agreed to sacrifice their joints at the altar of 18 meters of horizontal glory, and honestly, respect. Because I personally would not survive phase 1 of a hop, let alone step and jump. Let's also appreciate the sheer choreography of it, because triple jump isn't just raw power, it's rhythm, it's timing. It's basically dance mixed with a car crash test, and elite jumpers train that hop. Step jump sequence thousands of times just to get the proportions right, because if your hop is too big, you don't have enough left for the step, and if your step is too big, your jump phase collapses. So it's this insane balancing act of controlled chaos where every single phase is stealing distance from the next one, and you have to distribute your effort like you're rationing food in a survival situation, except the survival situation is a sandpit. And honestly, that's what makes this event objectively one of the wildest tests of athleticism that nobody talks about enough. It's not flashy like the 100-meter final. It's not dramatic like the pole vault bar drama. It's just quietly one human being asking their own leg to do the work of 2 legs, twice at full speed, while everyone in the stands is still busy getting popcorn. So next time somebody tells you sprinting is the hardest event in athletics, just gently remind them that somewhere out there, a triple jumper is sprinting and jumping and doing it 3 times in a row on one leg like their body owes them money. And honestly, that might just be the most unhinged combination of skills in the entire Olympic program,